Hi guys, welcome to Spicy Convo. My name is Vanessa.
My name is Glorious.
And we're so excited to have you here with us today. Thank you for being here. And we hope that if you have not watched our other episode, please do. It was a very interesting one. Remember to also like and subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about internships in Kenya and how useless and pathetic it really is.
And don't forget they are a scam.
They really are scamming. The thing is, like, I don't know if you remember your first internship. I think I've had like 3 or 4 different internships.
Yeah.
And in all those experiences, there were certain common factors about all of them. Number one, for me, one thing I remember is they never want to give you any form of allowance. They don't like paying you.
Yeah.
They expect you to come to work to learn, but you also end up doing something totally different.
Yeah.
But let's just stick to that one first. They use you, misuse you, but they don't want to even give you a stipend, even 5,000 shillings, surely.
Yeah.
Is that impossible to do?
I'm actually wondering because I remember hata mimi yangu sikuwa na lipwa, but they expect you to be there as early as 7 and be the last one to leave. I don't know if ni ya kila mtu ama
Ni kama inakuanga torture chambers.
I know, alafu ni wewe unapewa unaona ile kazi yenye mtu hataki kufanya,
menial tasks.
You are the person to do it. In case kuna mtu hataki kutoka hapa aende kitu pale. Imagine they call you and give you that sense of job. Yeah, they'll of course they don't want to pay you. They're going to misuse you. And
that's not the second one.
Oh,
misuse you.
Say internships.
They really, really misuse you. Then the other thing is their job description is never clear during internships. And I don't know if we have a governing body for interns or anything. There's a time, just because knowing the activist I can be, I had gotten so irritated. I had started writing a series of articles. And this is because there's a certain lady in the industry that I had gone to ask for a job from, and she was working on State House Road. First of all, I remember I went to her.
Wait, this is your first internship?
It was another one, like I think the third actually, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And because mine was writing mainly, and I used to write online, and then there was another one where I had to go to the place.
Yeah.
This place, I started working for them when I was 16. They are quite a big media house. And for 2 years, I used to use my own money. I used to go to the cyber cafe, do everything, and get them. It was actually in print. And I asked them, well, now when I was going to uni, I was like, could you please at least give me a stipend at least? Now, this other lady is quite popular. She had a magazine that was for fashion. And I remember going there, she looked at my work and my pieces and she was like, it's not even good enough. But I said, okay, that's fine. But she also wanted me to come to State House Road. There are no matatus, there's nothing. Even if you're using a car and you have to fuel, how exactly am I supposed to be coming to this place? There's no food, obviously. Wow. So I just said, you know what, I'm sorry, I won't be able to make it. Funny enough, she said my work was bad, but they still asked me, they called me and they told me, maybe you can down it to once a week.
But I thought your work is bad.
I thought my work was bad. So where do you want me to come? And that's the thing. There's so many companies that like extending people's internship, and they sort of make you believe that your work is not good enough. So they can keep you in the same spot for so long. They keep telling you things like, no, bado. You still need a bit more experience. And
so it's like they're using you, but they
they use you.
Yeah.
And they're
still
making money. They're making money.
They're making money and saving money. Yeah, and they don't want to give you that money.
They don't want to give you that money, which I find so unfair. The other thing is there should be a limit on how long you should be an intern for, don't you think?
Yeah, actually, I think our cases are super different because I think I went for internship for only 3 months and I extended for 2 weeks and then I got now a permanent job. I never stayed. I never got to experiences of I got that experience hapo na mtu mmoja. Plus anyway it was a hotel, so you know how hotel industries can be. So you had to go to all the departments and you're for each department. So I mainly loved the admin because it was what I really wanted to do. I never liked the kitchen. Yeah, so so I remember nikapelekwa kitchen. Sasa unaona sasa kwa hotel industry you have to go to different departments. There's housekeeping, there's admin, there's marketing, and there's now the kitchen production. You have to stay there for 2 weeks. Oh my God, I was praying I had to stay there for days. So I used to wear makeup and go to the kitchen. The chef would ask me, why are you wearing makeup? Na me, I told the chef, by the way, mimi siwezi kaa kitchen. And I don't like, okay.
Hautaka.
Kumbuka kiniuliza utakuwa unapikia bwanako aje? Ati utakuwa unapikia bwanako aje? Nikamwambia, but si nyinyi mnapikia. Now, you know na vile namwambia nyinyi mnapikia watu wengi, mimi sinapikia mtu mmoja. So it's kind of different. So nilikuwa na cook. I think because of that nikapelekwa kuosha vyombo. Sikuwa naoneshwa kupika hizo vitu because either way I was not interested. So napata nikapelekwa kwa stewarding na kuosha, cleaning the floor. So that's why I really hated my internship in that department. But the admin was super nice. I love I never stayed in the kitchen for so long.
And your experience was 3 months. You know me, I'm still lingering there because I feel especially for creatives and other places, there's no real guideline. If you look at medicine or like people in like med school, for example, once they finish the period of time, they go and it's certified. Like you finish 6 years in med school, you go the other 7th year, you're going to spend in a hospital for like a year doing internship and you have to pass. But at least them they're being paid. Of course, they deserve to be paid. But what I'm saying is even other people also deserve to know what's the timeline that you should be in a certain organization. And the other thing is making the job description clear from word go. Like where are you supposed to be? Who is going to be your boss? And how long before you're confirmed and moved up the ranks? Because me personally, I've been in cases where people know that you're skilled, you're able to do what you're supposed to do, but they still want to pay. There's another job I was doing, another internship where I started off with free. They start you off with just right for free. You're gaining experience.
Yeah.
The other type of bosses I've also met in this internship sector is where they make you feel like your job is ridiculous, but it's really not. So they make you redo it like over and over again. And do you know there are businesses in Kenya just running off interns? How does that even make sense? Like you're just running off interns throughout because you're never paying them.
Oh, and when this is done, you get other interns,
interns,
and then other interns.
Hakunanga confirmation huko. There are no confirmations.
So the only thing you're told is experience. You get the letter, and then
you go. And then they make you feel like I had a boss who would always tell me, like I'd write an article, she's like, do it again. You write something, do it again. Yeah. This, and it was 5,000 shillings a month for 40 articles.
What?
5,000 shillings a month for 40 articles.
That's super unfair.
Your 40 articles, you're going to do even 3 months or 4 months.
Imagine, it was like how many years ago?
Hey, that was now how many years? Maybe 6 years.
Imagine now there's someone who's going through the same thing right now
in
with
this economy.
Now everything is
now
expensive.
so maybe ameenda shule, people, like you've done something or some course or something, and this person doesn't want to invite you or doesn't want to show you how things are supposed to be. Now brings me to my next point. There are those ones who leave you at where you are. Ushatoka, internship is supposed to be a process that makes you better. That is supposed to be like a mentorship. You understand?
Yeah.
But in Kenya, it just feels like ni kutumiwa tu ka tissue. Like you're not coming out feeling like confident that I can now do this and that and that. In the beginning of a proper internship, you should be told by the end of this thing, it's like in a class.
Yeah.
By the end of this module, you will know A, B, C, D. Hii ni utaanzia na zile vikombe. Utaanzia na kuserve chai. Alafu you'll go to that department and sijui do what. Then you go and do sijui what. People see an intern, they're just like, yes.
Kazi imeisha, sasa utatuma tu.
Utatuma tu.
Yeah, so I think now the next point now should be now. Tumejua sasa watu wanatumikanga vibaya kuna kulipa. Now what should people do? Number 1.
Yeah. Now that's the other thing. Whenever you start your internship, ask them, out of this internship, what are the expectations? What am I going to learn?
Yeah.
How will this connect me to my next career? The other two, number two, the other thing you're supposed to ask is, in every department, how long am I supposed to stay in every department? Number 3, ask for your appraisal. They should now let you know, these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses, and let you know if they have room to confirm you. Yeah,
that's
they
what I
should
wanted to
know. They
say.
should actually let
Before
you
you
know.
go before you go internship to a certain company, no, before do they absorb the intern ama
Ni
other
kutolewa
team,
ndo ujue towards the end
others
you're
come
starting to
ama
look for another job.
yeah,
The other thing is, will they give you a recommendation letter? Will they recommend you if they don't absorb you and you've done a good job? Can they recommend you to another company?
yeah.
The other thing is, ask for a stipend, because to be honest, if you're going to a certain place for free, even when you're starting, they should even kama ni airtime angalau surely. Just ask, hata kama ni airtime ya 500 bob or 1,000 bob, it should be at least 10,000, 15, 5, 10, 15,000 especially, because don't forget that people also, maybe their parents really struggle to help them like finish university or college, and maybe this student who is now an employee is actually using that money to support themselves or even their family members. I think most importantly in the end is understanding when you're with a company, by the time I finish this internship, will I be able to get a job somewhere else? The other main point is, how many internships must you do? Because in Nairobi, mtu anaweza kuambia, I know you have been working 5 years, but can you do internship? Then we see if we can absorb you. Now maybe that person
see
is
how you're
28 or
working.
29.
Yeah.
May I think that's a load of crap.
And also, guys, you should do a lot of research on about the company that you're going to do internship for. Have information. Wanakuanga aje, ulizia, ask. Information is power.
Yeah, there are sites like Glassdoor online. There's actually a site called Glassdoor. There's LinkedIn. Just search anytime before you go to a certain company. Look for the company, search on it on Google, and look Glassdoor. Look at the reviews that people have. And it's a good point you've raised, because in Kenya, we don't really have a culture of talking about the companies we've worked for.
Yeah.
Now I just told you, there's Glassdoor and it's anonymous. Like you can just go and say, was your experience positive? Was it negative? Don't be afraid just because you're like, oh, maybe I won't get something else. Because at the end of the day, kama place ni mbaya. It's not ruining. Yeah, it's not ruining your experience. You're letting others know, don't waste your time. You won't get internship. Ama don't waste your time. You won't be absorbed. Yeah, so I feel like those are our 2 cents, and we've basically exhausted everything in terms of internships in Kenya. Let us know your experience. How many internships have you had?
Yeah.
Did you have fun? Did you have a good experience? Did you really hate your ex-boss or whoever who was in charge of you?
I think that's the next topic about our toxic bosses.
Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. Kwanza wamama wanakuanga
Usiwape snippet of our next video, by the way.
Watch tu. But anyways, let us know your experience, and remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to leave a comment, and you can follow me if you want to know more about my personal life at Nessa Rachel on Instagram.
And on Instagram, I'm Mwangi Glorious.
Yes.
So
guys, this is a wrap for us, and welcome to our next episode.
Yeah, see you there, guys, and hope to comment and share, guys. We need to have these comments and these
We need to have these conversations going.
Let's have these conversations. Naka hauko peke yako. We are so many in this. So guys, watch it on our next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye.